Okay, I don't even know what prompted me to randomly make this, but I think because I've been getting this question a lot, or I can see it, even if I'm not able to I directly help you fix it, I can kind of point you out and give you a roadmap. So, this is I'm gonna try not fuck this up, but if your business is failing or you're not at the revenue number you want to be, basically across any business, it's because you're doing too much of the work. Now, I know that sounds fucking weird, and if you spoke to me about this 12 months ago, I would have basically just ignored you completely. But until somebody that I know, and a mentor of mine, a good friend of mine, explained it to me, then I understood it. And these people, these select few people that I see that have actually run successful businesses up to somewhere you'd want to actually be, this is their mindset and belief system. This is their workflow, whatever you want to look at it. This is how they operate. This is how you operate like a multi-millionaire. Okay, and this is the source. This is all you need. Again, if you guys have watched my previous video, you've seen the only progress you need is by subtracting the noise. Okay, subtract the noise, focus on IPAs. When I say IPAs, I mean income producing activities. Okay, focus on IPAs and you'll make more money. The reason you're not at the revenue number you're at is because people don't know you exist or don't know the service you sell. People just don't know about you. How is somebody meant to buy from you if they do not know? They can't buy. You know what I mean? If you really want a Red Bull and the guy next door to you in, say you live in an apartment block, sells Red Bulls, but you travel down to the servo to get a Red Bull, for example, and the guy next door to you in an apartment's wondering why he can't sell, so because he's not advertising. Yes, he may have them there, he may be willing to sell them, but he's not outright advertising. You don't know you can get them from here. I know that's such a weird fucking example, but regardless, I hope that gets the point across. Nobody knows that he's selling the Red Bull. So you go to somewhere where you know they sell Red Bull. Now, this is the same for marketing agencies. Nobody can come and get your offer if they don't know you sell it, right? They'll go to one of these big brands that they've seen. Now, how do we fix this? This is the next big thing. So you need to look. You need to be looking at, okay, am I focusing too much on the work now? Okay, and this is a big thing. So if we look at this center section here, let's say this is your agency. So your agency, right? And this is okay, this is your agency as a whole, right? If we look at IPAs, meaning income producing activities, now the only income producing activities you can have is acquisition channels. So if we looked at your agency and you asked yourself, okay, there's no point in looking at this and asking, oh, what would he do? This is that. What would you do? What is your situation? Your agency right now, how many acquisition channels do you have? How are you currently letting people know about your service? Are you doing enough? If you're not focusing on these acquisition channels enough, what are you doing? Are you doing too much of the work? Because again, you could be doing a lot of the work and great, but you will then get caught up in busy work and the work will eventually die out. The only work there really is hiring a very good team that can implement on your on the service really really well, and then your main goal should be only acquisition. Your job as a business owner, regardless of the niche, is acquisition. That is it. I know that sounds weird. Obviously, you want to make sure the service is good. You want to make sure every KPI is on factor. Like across my accounts with my clients, I do a little bit of client work, a little bit of account work, but mainly most of my time is acquisition. And even then, I'm horrible at it. Very bad. I need to improve. Now, this is why I'm making this. This is almost like a wake up to myself, a wake up to you. When I figure out some things or when I comprehend something on a different level, I would obviously like to pass along that knowledge. So hopefully this does the same thing for you. Now, again, are you doing too much work in your accounts? Okay. If this is your agency here, and within this agency, you're not doing any outreach, but you're doing good work for your existing clients within here, right? You're doing good work, whatever. You're with inside this bubble of your agency, okay? And yes, eventually, like a client might bring in somebody else from like out here, but then which then brings them into the ecosystem of your agency. You get me? Which yeah, it's okay, it's no problem, but that's very far and few between. Like it's not that consistent. I've only seen some people be able to do this consistently, and like do very very well at this, but they're very very good at talking, they're very good communication skills, many other things. They're also very very good at the service. So it's a lot difficult. If you're just subpar at your service, you can help people, but you can't help them in a life-changing way where it changes everything. Well, then your main goal, basically, even if you're incredible at it, is just acquisition. So you need to look at your agency as a whole. What are your acquisition systems? Now, these are potential acquisition systems, right? Let's say you got up here. I'm not even going to try write that. All right, ads, right? Ads. So this includes running anything from webinar funnels. This includes anything from just running your offer to the market, anything across Meta, Google, YouTube, all this kind of stuff. These are paid platforms. Now, this is the best type of traffic that you can possibly get. Okay. This is like one of the best. Unless you're in a unique position where you have a big personal brand or a decent personal brand that you're just still working on building up or whatever, ads is basically going to be your go-to. Now, it's not about choosing one of these systems. A lot of people that I talk to, they're like, oh, yeah, no problem. I'll just choose that one. No, it's not about just choosing ads. It's about having multiple channels, okay? With acquisition, you need to look at it as, how did Hamza explain it to me one time? He explained it as a waterfall, and there's rivers. All right, the waterfall is acquisition, I believe, and then there's rivers that are connecting to this waterfall. Now, the rivers that connect, that make up the overall waterfall, are your acquisition systems. Now, if you don't have these rivers, the waterfall will dry up. You know what I mean? It will no longer be a waterfall because there's no river, there's no water feeding into it. So we need to feed in this waterfall for your agency. So you can't just fill the waterfall up with one river, one stream. So you need to look at it very holistically as a whole. You need to look at this system. If I can find the drawing tool again. And you go, okay, cool, no problem. I've got ads running at the moment. Great. Make sure that you are spending good money on ads. I do not know why I struggled with this for so long. When I was around 10,000 a month mark, I was like, fuck, I'm not spending 2-3 grand on ads. No way in hell. Now, I look back at that now and realize how fucking stupid that is. Because I should have actually been spending the whole 10 grand on ads. Because when you spend money on ads, you get more clients. And even if you don't, you get data. Okay? This is fucking important. Make sure you are spending a lot of your agency money if you want growth on ads. This is how you get in front of thousands and thousands of people. Imagine you have a $10 CPM. Imagine you spend $100 a day. You're now in front of 10,000 people. And if you're targeting these people are interested in this service. They might not necessarily want it, but they have an interest in the service. They probably run it. They probably understand it. Okay. Run ads. Okay. Run ads. It's very, very important. Another one is email. Now, I personally don't do email, but I believe you should do more than less. So I'm in the process right now of building out my email sequence, okay? So we'll write another one here, email. These feeds into your agency as well. Okay. Now you need to look at this. Are you guys running ads at the moment? Are you running email? You're probably not in a lot of cases. Okay, no problem. You have two things right here that you can fix that will bring in this inflow into your agency. Like I said, these are like waterfalls or rivers, whatever, connecting to your agency, however you want to look at it. There's some fucking shitty drawings of some what's meant to be water, but these fill your agency in a sense. So you've got two things you can build out right now. You can build out your ads and you can build out your emails. Okay, no problem. Cool. Let's say that you are running these two. What else? What other levers can you pull? Can you do cold calling? Are you currently doing cold calling? Oh, no, it's a little difficult. Oh, it's going to take up too much of my time. Your only important job is acquisition. If you're not making calls, if you're not doing some type of acquisition, you are doing busy work. Keep this in mind. So, can you do cold calls? Okay, no problem. You probably could. Apologies, my light. So you could probably do cold calls, which again would add another whole flow into the business. And you would obviously track KPIs on the back end and you'd have metrics and you could hire out appointment setters over time. But you have to do this initially. Could you hire callers? Could you do the calls? Ideally, when you're doing calls, how many calls should you do a day? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 calls, 5 calls. I spoke to somebody the other day. He said 5 calls is a lot for him a day. If you're not making at least 50 calls a day, you're not doing anything. So your goal here should be 50 calls, okay? 50 calls should be the goal. that will bring you in enough inflow that you have enough data to kind of iterate, adjust your scripting, everything like that. Now, these ones should be automated at this point. Ads should be automated, email should be automated, should be just going. And then calls is a little bit of manual labor. But again, if you're not doing acquisition, you're wasting time. So start making calls and at least make 50 calls a day. Once you've got this system on lock, you should see you have massive inflow of leads. Now, the thing being is you need to wait for the latent, what do they call it? Latent results or something like that. I forget exactly what it is called. But there's latency when you start doing these things. So when you start running ads, when you start running emails, and when you start calling, you're not going to close clients initially a lot of the time. What you'll see will happen is you be consistent over time doing this day in, day out, day in, day out. And in a month, you end up closing 10, 20, 30 clients. Like it will come in big waves. Now, if you look at this and realize, okay, ads are automated, emails are automated, I've now hired out someone to call. What else can you do? Again, if you're not doing acquisition, you're wasting fucking time. So these are the only important ones. So you could then have a personal brand YouTube like Brez Scales. Let's use Brez for example, right? Brez runs his personal brand. He shows his cool lifestyle. So you could show your day in, day out of setting up ads, emails, and calls. Show that. And then also say, if you guys want to work with us, here's my link. This is what we do. Show results. Again, your team should be in a good enough place to deliver that you just look at it from a helicopter view and be like, okay, this is working. Do this, do that. Why is this not working? Sit more helicopter. So this one here. So it'd be like personal YouTube. Start posting a YouTube video a day. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. If you're not fucking lazy, it's not hard. Okay, and these are things that I'm realizing at the same time as you. As I'm telling you, I'm realizing, okay, I've just been lazy. I gotta take my watch off. That shit hurts. Too tight for me right now. I've been gymming too much. Now, if we look at another system, okay, YouTube, you know, you've got someone scripting out the content now. So, okay, no problem. This is now basically automated. You just got to record once a day. That's easy. That's no problem. That's sitting down for 10 minutes. Again, if you're not doing acquisition, you're wasting time. So now that you've got all these systems here, you should see massive inflow of leads. But again, just because you have a mass inflow of leads, do not mean fucking stop. It means hire to maintain the work coming in. Never decline work that is qualified because you don't. Oh, I can't handle it. Hire more people. Okay, hire more fucking people, bro. Take the work always. Now, from here, another really crazy platform that you can feed your agency with is X. X is so underrated. Fucking hell. Twitter, I have seen multiple of my friends do seven figs, 6 figs, low 5 figs with X off their personal brand, posting lead magnets once a week and then doing posts of just their cool lifestyle or whatever daily. That's it. Nothing crazy. That's it. One lead magnet a week. You can't tell me. You tell me you can't make one lead magnet a week with all these other things just automated. Come on, bro. So automate out your X. I know this is not pretty. It's not meant to be pretty. It's just meant to get the job done. But yeah, but now you've got inflow. You've got acquisition systems. From this point, once you've run ads. Now here I was specifically talking about meta ads. I put an M there for meta. From this point, what you can do is you can actually go ahead and create another system. Now, the other system is Google ads, so YouTube ads. When you go to watch a YouTube video, you get hit a lot of the time with like Iman's Whop shit recently, for example, and he's trying to sell you into something to tell you how to set up a Whop community on his fucking platform. So these are things that you can also leverage too. You can leverage your YouTube, okay? Your YouTube ads in particular. So again, another ads, I'll put an A there for ads. That's my equivalent of an A. So ignore me, okay? Now, once you've got your YouTube, meta, email, calls, X, all these things, what's another lever you can pull on? The only other lever really that you can pull on is organic. So you pull on organic posts, you start posting on Instagram, you start posting results, you start posting to the existing community that follow you from YouTube. You just want to be in front of people all the time. A lot of the time it's just about getting in front of the people. And then from that point, The most powerful one is if you deliver really, really good results. I'm going to put some cash symbols here. If you deliver really good results, get referrals. Set up something like when your client brings you, say you have a good client, okay? And he brings you another client and he says, I really appreciate all the work you're doing. My friend also runs something very, very good. Let me bring you in. You say to that client, no problem. Usually you'd preface this at the start of your contract. Any other person or any friend you bring me, what we can do is we can take either 10% of your retainer off, or I can pay 10% of the new retainer, whatever we sign the new client on, to you in cash. You give them a little kickback from bringing you people. So let's say you have 100 clients, right? Let's say out of these 100 clients or whatever it may be, you get 10 referrals a year, something like that. Let's say you charge an average of 3,000. Whoa, 3,000. You've now added another 30,000 a year in a monthly recurring revenue based on how we charge and how most agencies charge. So this is very powerful, and all you have to pay back from that is only 3,000 a month for an extra 30,000. You're telling me you wouldn't pay 3,000 for 30,000 in new revenue? So this is the power of these systems, and you really need to have all these built out, and you need to have them all running, and you need to just go balls to the wall, essentially. Now, you can have low ticket things to bring people in, and there's many, many other things you can do, but you want to have these set up, and you need to just work on one at a time. Get email set up, get X set up, get LinkedIn outreach set up, there's so many outreach systems, okay? So you just need to slowly start building these out, automate and optimize these things over time, and make sure they're running at peak efficiency. So if you don't have agency clients or you're struggling with agency clients, this is my plan going forward. I'm giving you my straight out plan going forward on how I'm about to acquire a ton more clients, and you're going to see the blow up of that. You're going to see the downstream effects of that in 1 month, 2 months, from me posting these type of videos, from me posting from me getting agency clients, like from setting up these exact systems. You'll see through me, but also you should set them up for yourself. Don't wait to watch somebody else live the life that you want to live it for yourself. Start setting up your agency systems today. But hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that solves your acquisition problem. I know it goes more granular than that, but this gives you an overview. Anyways, boys, take care.